everyone, it's Amina Jaman, art director of International Filmmaker Festival of New York, IFFNY. This is the 10th Jubilee edition, and I can't wait to start an IG Live panel with directors of short films. Hi, Francis! Francis Barth is our first guest, and let me invite you. Hello, Francis, and tell me about your short film, Dreaming of Tango.
Hi there.
How are you, Francis?
I'm fine. This is my first time, believe it or not, with Instagram. I'm fine behind cinema cameras, but
That's awesome.
this is like overwhelming. And
Yeah, better
also
late than
look on
never.
the screen, so I'm not sure how to hold this phone.
Just don't touch it, put it in front of you and let it stand there, okay?
All right, all right.
So tell me, are you excited to be part of IFFNY?
Yes, of course I am. And I'm so excited also to actually have a conversation with a human being.
Oh, with the real
Film.
one, right?
Because everything is online, and you don't ever get to talk to anybody.
At last, someone, has called me a human being. Because when you make a movie, they call you monster, right? But how else?
No, no,
No other way to make a great film. So tell me, how long did it take to make your short? Because it's really unique, and it's not something you see often. It's a kind of movie on the edge of documentary and short. So you see
yeah,
real
it's
person.
yeah, I know. It's a lot of the stories come from the main tango dancer, who
Hmm.
I have studied tango with for 8 years.
Wow. So
So
she was your teacher, right?
yeah, she's my teacher. Um,
Wow.
but she's just amazing. And also, so I wanted to use them. Well, I interviewed her for a lot. And then, of course, I took the stories and I changed them. Also, my brother was a performance artist in the 1970s, and he wrote a beautiful performance piece that was called Cold Bodies, My Darling, Be Careful. And so I asked James if I could use certain sections of his script from the 1970s, because my biggest loves in cinema are Agnes Varda and an India song by Marguerite Duras.
Hmm.
Different ways of using narrative. So even though there is some of the truth from documentaries, there's also the rest of the entire script is my kind of approaching people who've lost their countries, their families, and their culture.
Hmm.
And so that was driving me in terms of making an art film.
But they
Which
haven't lost their passion for tango.
no, they and that's kind of what keeps them feeling like they're connected.
Yes.
Yeah. And the man,
Yes.
right? The man is so alienated from the world. He's not in the moment. He just kind of is a control freak, the older man. And
Hmm.
he actually goes to learn tango from a man to follow, not to lead, but to follow, so
Yes.
that he can actually approach his wife.
Yes. I love tango. I actually uh, went to tango classes. I mean, I love it so much. It's a beautiful dance, and I loved
Yeah.
performance of your dancers in the film. Such a touching and sensuous performance, just beautiful, absolutely brilliant. Bravo to the dancers.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, was it hard to arrange shooting with all the people involved?
Yes. Yes.
Now
um,
you can laugh at that, right? It
yeah,
wasn't funny then. I
but
bet.
yes, but I'm naive enough, and I don't go about making films in the way that I suppose filmmakers should. in
Yes.
that I embrace whatever is going to happen in some ways. I mean, I control things. I have a script. I shot in 4K, so I would have much more ability to edit it. And I hired two other cinematographers beside myself to shoot the tango scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So the main tango scenes, like that were in the tango hall that I rented.
Mm-hmm.
So I placed this, you know, this. I was also very. I mean, I don't have any money for all that major equipment, right?
And
So
nobody does.
no,
Trust me, they all rent.
yeah, and but like Pina, the film Pina, just was I was astounded by it, how it was
Yes.
shot, and just the feeling in it of Pina Bausch by Wim Wenders. But of course, that was an enormously large budget, and he had ways of tracking things and moving, and you know, and everything that I had was just tripod or by hand.
Yeah, handheld camera.
Yeah, but mostly, or monopods, or you know, just and it was me up against walls with monopods and
Mm-hmm.
tilting things and panning things, and so I, I was really everybody was so on board in terms of wanting to do this. Now the also I was very determined to make an interracial film so
Yes.
that you don't normally see an Asian man and woman, an older couple, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like they were just people. They were just people with their stories. Everybody was, they were Hispanic, they were Filipina, they were Japanese American, they were Argentinian, you know, she's a real tango dancer, Sandra Antagnazzi. And her husband was a very well-known saxophone player, and
Mm-hmm.
so he shot some street stuff for me in Argentina. And so it was like a family. A family
Wow.
was making this film. Now, Mia, who's the older woman who dances at the end, she had never danced before. So Sandra worked with her for maybe an hour and a half. And she's a really good actress. And so that's all she had to pull off that last scene.
I see. It turned out beautiful. I mean, how can it not if it's tango? Come on. The
Yeah.
sexiest dance in the world, the most passionate one. It's absolutely incredible. And you managed to capture this, passion of different people for tango, not only Argentinians, but everyone else in the world. And the cast is really diverse. And the audience of your film is diverse, is truly international, and I consider you're an international filmmaker. That's why you are here at
Oh, thank you.
IFFNY
Well, you know what's
2021.
really ironic is that right now it's playing in Osaka, Japan, but in Spanish. And I don't know how they got the film. They must have gotten it through one of the festivals in Latin America that I agreed to somehow. So so here's the Japanese audience watching the film that starts out in Spanish, right? But the whole film has Spanish subtitles that they're watching.
Yes, that's awesome. I mean, that's the goal, to have an international audience,
Yeah,
and you have it. I mean, with any film in English or with English subtitles, you can
yeah,
reach audience in every single country,
yeah.
and who doesn't love tango? Come on, I
No,
wanted to know, have you seen the movie Last Tango in Paris
oh,
with
sure. When I,
Marlon
yeah,
Brando?
originally when it came out.
Yeah, so did you like it?
Um, you know, I think when it came out, I was still a hippie, and
Ah!
and I was very open to all kinds of stuff. Um, I was much more on her side. I didn't like Brando, but I was open to everything.
I
And
see.
I grew up going to an all girls convent school. And every Sunday in church, they would tell you all the films you couldn't see. You were
Mm-hmm.
not allowed to see them. And of course, right away, my girlfriend and I would go see them immediately. Like right away, we were downtown and we saw Jules and Jim. And,
I
I mean, it was like, so my whole growing up has been this love of very different kinds of storytelling.
and probably you grew up like hearing Piazzolla's music on the soundtrack, right? That was the soundtrack of your life.
Yeah, no, it was actually Edith Piaf. I grew up
But
with,
later,
yeah, later.
if you dance tango,
Yes,
you
I
will
love,
hear
and we
Piazzolla.
love, he's the, I mean, it's not easy to dance to Piazzolla,
Of
but it's
course.
like our favorite person to dance to.
Yes, I see. So you are really inspired by Argentinian and French culture,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I see. So what are you working on at the moment? Any upcoming projects?
yeah. I have a script that actually won an award, and I was offered to do a residency on it to turn it into a feature-length film. And
Wow, congratulations.
thank you. So I am going to go forward with that. It's a dark
Mhm.
comedy,
Yes.
and it's funny. I have to make the lead male character more sympathetic. So at this point,
Please do.
so
We must
that's what
love
I'm
him
working.
in the end. It's not easy, right? But you're gonna make it. So I can't wait to see that
I have to
one,
make him
when
work.
it's done. Yeah, more humane and
Yeah,
sweet,
and
right? Because the lead character can't be a bad one, right? It should be
it
a good
is,
one.
and it's a funny situation of four characters. Three of them work in a script, where they write other people's books, right? So they're
Mm-hmm.
ghostwriters. They're ghostwriters, and something happens with this wannabe director screenwriter, and his whole opportunity for a script falls apart, and he has to actually work with his girlfriend, who's a ghostwriter.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see.
that's the
So last
beginning of this new film.
plot. I see. So last question before you go. Is this a US premiere of your short film Dreaming Tango?
Yeah, I'm gonna plug
Yes,
this in
right?
because you're
This
breaking.
is incredible. And we are very happy that, it's held at IFFNY. I'm losing connection.
I think
Something
that
is wrong with connection.
I was
Do you
speaking
hear
here.
me?
Where was the U.S.
I
premiere?
can't hear you.
The U.S. premiere was actually through Anthology Film Archives.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they opened the theater again, could
I
you hear
meant
that?
this.
Could you hear my audio?
No, I couldn't hear what you said. But now I see you and I hear you. I wanted to know,
You
is
can't, yeah, and
IFNY
you're
the
frozen
first
also.
film festival where you participate with this film?
Yeah, you're frozen.
Now I'm frozen, right? No, that was Madonna who said she's frozen.
Yeah, no, I know. You were frozen.
Yeah, I was asking, is
Oh,
IFFNY the
so you didn't
first
hear
film
anything I said?
festival you participate with this short with?
Yeah,
Is it the first film festival?
in New York? No. Oh, no. The
No,
first
no.
one was it was chosen by a new directors series through Anthology Film Archives. So the Art
Oh, I
Theater of
see.
New York chose it.
Okay, okay.
But when it opens, see, it's closed. But when it opens, then finally they'll play it on a big screen. And I haven't
Hmm.
seen this film on a big screen at all.
You will,
So I'm really
I'm
looking
sure that soon
forward to that.
theaters will reopen and Broadway will reopen, the whole world will reopen, and borders will open, and we'll go to cinema
Whole world will
as
reopen.
before. Yes,
I hope
hopefully
so.
soon. The sooner the better.
I hope so.
No
Yeah.
doubt, no doubt. So good luck with all your projects and
Well, thank you so
congratulations on
much.
selection. Yes, thank you for joining. It was a pleasure talking to you,
Yeah.
Francis. Bye. So you sign off, just press
Thank
on
you.
X on your yes. And the next one is Solax
Yeah.
Ju. Solax, are you here? Yes, that's bad connection. You just need to press on X on the top right. Okay? Solax, I don't know why I can't add you. You need another version of IG. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. So let's invite Larry. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Larry, tell me about your short film. What's your message in that film?
Ooh. Um. Oh, my short film is about a mother who's struggling with alcohol addiction after a
91 steps, right?
91 steps. 91 steps is actually the
91
technical,
days?
yeah, 91 days, which equals to 3 months.
Yeah.
Um, and so it's a story about her talking about the last time she saw her son. Um, and she's just sort of like trying to cope with reality after a really bad tragedy that happened to her,
Mhm.
and I think the main message is sort of like don't allow yourself to sort of get lost in anything, um
Yes.
just because like I think oftentimes, especially like when life hits us like really hard with anything, we just sort of tend to lose ourselves, and lose a sense of self, and I think it's sort of important to realize that that you're loved and you have people around you that love you even though you may not like know it. um
Mhm.
that's sort of the main message I wanted to come across with.
Yeah, I see. And in the short film directed by you, we see a character dealing with a alcohol addiction.
Yeah.
Did you see such problems around you like many times?
Yeah. Well, I struggled with alcohol for a little bit,
Hmm.
for a number of years, and then yeah, and then my dad kind of also grew up, he's also an alcoholic, so yeah, it was just it's a theme that I was very familiar with.
Hmm.
So just something, everyone sort of does it for different reasons. Um, and I know that like some people do it for escapism reasons, and other people because they're hurt, or other people because they just want to chill and have fun. Um, but I sort of chose the path of someone trying to escape their reality.
Hmm. I see. And in the end, there is an open finale. So everyone can kind of direct in their mind what happens next, right? So I
Yeah,
don't
well,
want to
I didn't
spoil
want
it.
to. No, yeah. Well, I didn't want to spoon feed a certain narrative to people, just because sobriety in and of itself is earned and fought for, and
Mhm.
sobriety is something that you fight for every single day, when you're dealing with addictions. And so um, I did it I kind of, you kind of just don't know when it comes to addicts, it's a day by day, step by step kind of thing. So I didn't want to, spoon feed the entire story, beginning to end to a person, or to the
Mhm.
audience. I sort of wanted them to, if they have hopes for her, then have hopes. If they think that she did what she did, then let them think that too.
Yeah, because hope never goes, you know.
Exactly.
Everybody can
Yeah.
have a hope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny because
Yes.
like when we were on set, we shot down in Louisiana. People asked me, where in your mind did you see her going? I saw her hopeful going towards, still choosing sobriety and still choosing, that's what I saw in my mind, but I just didn't want, I didn't want to sort of, like I said, spoon feed that to the crowd.
I see. So you gave a hope to a viewer, and the viewer can continue, your short film, 91
Yeah,
Steps.
yeah. Well, how do you face your demons? How do you face, the things that you struggle with? Doesn't necessarily have to be addiction, but I think Rachel at that scene gave a really powerful, you know, pretty like looking almost straight into the camera. And I think it was me sort of like challenging the viewer. How do you see the things that you struggle with?
Yeah, like
Um,
the rest is up to you, right?
yeah, correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I, so Larry, tell me, who is your favorite filmmaker?
Ooh, I love Christopher Nolan,
Hmm.
Alfonso Cuarón. Um, I love Guillermo del Toro just because like I'm so attracted to his work just because he's such a master at creating universes, and he sort of, allows you to submerge yourself in them.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I think off the top of my head, those are my
And is there any
favorite.
actor you'd love to work with in the future?
Oh, um, hmm. I'd love to work with, and this is just because just saw Tenet. I'd love to work with John David Washington.
Hmm.
I'd love to
I
work with
see.
him and his dad in the same film. Yeah.
With entire family,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that'd be cool.
It's like, okay, come to the set as the entire generation,
Well, yeah,
don't come alone.
yeah. Yeah, he's definitely an actor I'd love to work with.
Tell me, how big is the role of international film festivals in your life?
Well, I've known about the festival for a long time, and I believe it's the first festival that we applied to.
Wow.
Yeah, and given that I'm a born and raised New Yorker, so I think getting into anything that's based in New York was important to me. So I'm just really glad that you guys embraced the story and accepted us into the program, into the festival. So it was a really huge honor for me.
Yes, congratulations on selection, and I wish you best of luck with your next projects.
Thank you.
And we hope to see them on the big screen
Yeah, me
soon.
too. Me too. Hopefully, with everything opening up.
Okay, thank you so much, Larry, for joining me. And I really enjoyed your film 91 Steps.
Thank
I
you.
mean, it's breathtaking. You're just like, it's really breathtaking.
Thank you.
And I
Thank
highly
you.
recommend everyone to watch it at
Thank.
festivals and later on different platforms.
Yes, we'll definitely release it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. And
Bye
I
bye.
invite our next filmmaker, Natalia Schaufert. Okay, I'm sending an invitation. Someone writes, "This is dope." Friday the King, thanks. So sweet of you. It is dope. So, Natalia, please join me. Natalia, okay. I'm sending an invite to Francisco, who's here. Francisco is a lead actor of the short film Cyclone. Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, I mean, it's an honor to talk to you. I really enjoyed the short film Cyclone. I mean, so cool. Coney Island. I mean, who doesn't love Coney Island, right?
Yeah.
So, do you go often to Coney Island?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in Far Rockaway, which is pretty close, and um, I went to school at Brooklyn College, which is like 15 minutes away.
Hmm.
So I go all the time. I grew up going there. My mom is from Coney Island, So I have a rich
I
history.
see. I see. So, was it hard to shoot, how can I say that? The scenes, very sensuous scenes in the movie. You play a lead role, and you have really, like, let's say how it is, bed scenes, bathroom scenes with the lead actress. I actually enjoy them, because you guys have a real chemistry, and I totally believe that you have feelings,
Yeah.
for each
Well,
other.
it was
Was
I
it was it a great acting, or was it real feeling?
well no, it was definitely acting, but I have a great history. The actress, we met when we were 15, 16 years old. We went to the NYU summer program together, and then we hadn't seen each other. She moved out to LA. I stayed in New York, and then I went to LA. I moved out there, and then Facebook happened, and we connected. And I think it was like 23 years later we met up again.
Wow,
Oh, Black
that was
Panther.
a reunion, right? Real
Yeah,
reunion.
yeah, and I felt like we had a great chemistry, and there was a lot of history there. So I cast her, and it was just pretty easy to work with opposite her. And I was pretty lucky. I got an amazing intimacy coach for the choreography of
Wow,
stuff. Yeah,
I
Biakler.
had no idea there is one.
Yeah,
An intimacy coach.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and in
Wow,
rather, yeah.
wow. Where did you find such coach?
It's a fairly new thing with SAG with union shoots.
SAG after?
Yeah, just like you would do for a fight scene, you would get a choreographer, and in this case, it's mostly for the intimate, the scenes where there's a lot of choreography.
Yeah, I'm wondering which background that coach has. If this coach can
He's,
teach you how to be like, natural
yeah,
in very like sexy scenes, right?
yeah, totally. No, she was made us all very comfortable, and we didn't have to feel awkward, and you know,
Absolutely. I mean, in the bathroom, in the bedroom, on the beach, anywhere.
a lot.
It looks so natural. Actually, it looked like a documentary of your life. It looked so real. As if it's just a music video of someone who is in love. With his fiance. It didn't look like acting at all. You really have that incredible chemistry with your co-star. What's her name, by the way?
Natalia Barron.
Natalia. She did
Yeah,
a great job too.
she was
Great
great.
casting, by the way. That's why, I mean, I always say that, I mean, if you have a vision and if you have a casting director talent, you
Yeah.
can cast even without demo reel, I cast everyone like virtually. I just need to see a photograph and that's it. I know what the person is able to do,
Yeah.
how deep his or her performance will be. You just see that this person is perfect. So casting via Facebook turned
Yeah.
out great.
No, it was great. And the story was really important to her. It was important to me, and we really wanted to tell the story. And it was designed to feel like a documentary, to have this real gritty New York City documentary style, which was great. I'm glad you saw that. That was great.
How could I not, I mean, I feel it. It's really, really touching, and you guys expressed uh different kind of emotions in
Mhm.
different parts of the film. You can
Yeah.
see the beginning of the romance and you can see what happened like uh a few like years later, oh, I mean, it's really incredible. So you see the disappointment, the broken heart, and
Mhm.
the reunion, and it's like, okay, I still love you, right? I will always love you in my heart, maybe less than
Yeah.
in the past,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there is a room for you in my heart, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's it's definitely what we were going for. I have to also give credit to my cousin, Joanne Solorzano Dorfman. She did the makeup, hair and makeup. So
Wow.
shot it in just 4 days, but she was able to give us make us look, younger and older, and like have this span of almost 10 years. So
Yes.
she did an
Great
amazing
job. Great job. So,
thing.
Genghis Khan writes, "Hey, hermano." I think
Oh,
that's for you.
yeah, Ken King.
So, what are you working on at the moment? I know you are an actor and a screenwriter,
Huh?
so not just an actor.
Yeah, yeah.
You are a smart actor. You can write. You
I,
can read.
yeah.
Not many actors can do that. People
Well,
should
I
know that.
wanted to keep myself busy during the pandemic, so I just wrote a lot, and I wrote another short script that I've been working on for like 6, 9 months. With I run a theater company as well, production company, Barefoot Studio Pictures, Barefoot Theater Company,
Hmm.
and so I've been working on this new short film with a couple of other family members, and we're planning to shoot that at the end of July here in New York City. So that's that's the next project. It's has a lot to do with the Black Lives Matter movement.
So it's really topical.
Yeah, yeah, it is for sure, and it's definitely a drama. It's a
Hmm.
challenge, but we're excited about it.
And where do you plan to shoot it? Like, in which locations?
Mostly the Upper West Side and part of Harlem as well.
Yeah, I see. I see. I love Upper West Side, Upper East Side.
Yeah.
Everything that's up, upper. So, which part of New York is your favorite? Just to hang out, you know?
Uh,
Not to shoot, just to hang out. Like, where do you love going in New York?
it's a tough question. I mean, I love the Upper West Side. I love Brooklyn. I'm from Far Rockaway, but which is in Queens, so it's just below Brooklyn. So I've always been really attached to Brooklyn. I love Coney Island, of course. Anyone who has seen Cyclone can tell how much I love Coney Island. I love what,
JFK?
yeah,
You should love JFK Airport if you're in the Far Rockaway direction.
so close. Yeah, so close, but no, Brooklyn. Yeah.
I see. I see. So thank you so much for joining, Francisco. Good luck with your upcoming project about BLM, and I hope it will turn out great and it will touch people's hearts and make a difference.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thanks so much.
Yes. Thank you and bye.
Bye.